It's time for the College Hockey Show! And now here's your host, Jeremiah Maxwell, and the degenerate Bostonian, Mike Warino.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the College Hockey Show. This is our final episode of the year. We'll have a post-show episode or something, but I don't think it'll be live. Before we head to Vegas, are you leaving tonight, Mike, or tomorrow? When are you leaving?
My Uber is in 5.5 hours.
Yeah, we leave the airport we leave for the airport in about 4 hours. So right behind you. So we're all excited. We're all ready to go. I'm ready to stop being on the computer. Super excited. Yeah, Avi, you should be coming. Man. You're young. You're old enough. You could go. Okay, so we are just going to talk about Mike's bets. We're going to get right. Oh, we could talk about a little bit of news. We did say Minnesota hired a coach, and their whole staff. I don't know if you saw that whole thing. Did you see that?
I have not. No, I'm working my tail off recently.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. Shit. Okay, I thought I bookmarked it, but I did not. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Rob Larson, Minnesota. Gophers. Let me just go Gophers. Yeah, I'll look for it. What?
I was say, Avi's confident of something. Avi, the Big Ten's looking to expand. Illinois has a team. They're just looking to go varsity. Same with Oregon, which is not typically a Big Ten, and Iowa just got a club team. So they're getting there. They're getting ready to expand.
See, it would be good if Iowa and Oregon added to the Big Ten. You know,
Illinois finally converts their club to the varsity team that they've been trying to do for 7 years now.
So Frank just tweeted the latest is Senators have a 91% chance. He's not even counting the Bruins, so they're in.
Yeah.
60% for the Flyers, 31% for the Blue Jackets, Islanders 13, and Red Wings 4. Looks like it's going to be pretty rough. Yeah, so God damn. Why didn't I bookmark that? I thought I retweeted it. I'll retweet our College Hockey Show because I did no promotion for that today.
I will say, a lot of the local papers are reporting on Jay here. And those that don't know, I live in the same town as he grew up in, and him and I went to the same high school together. For like BU's locker room, they were kind of tweeting, it was talks, or they were talking about like, we're all going to the show, like, and they kind of threw away this season, which we saw on the ice, like they didn't care.
It was a rough year for BU for sure.
But it was kind of surprising to me that those guys were like, I don't really care. I'm going to go be a pro and just not get hurt this year. And that was the attitude they had. So expecting a lot of Terriers to jump in the portal this year because Jay's been telling their guys like, hey, get out. So a lot of, we saw a lot of guys get signed already, but he's telling a lot of other guys that maybe they're not signed or they just weren't top tier. He was just kind of telling them, you can leave. And he's ready to gut that team and start over, which Terriers fans, I think you should be excited about because this year.
Well, they have a bunch of good guys coming in from the WHL too, right? Or over.
They've got 7 or 8 freshmen coming in like real good. And, they've got 4 or 5 healthy scratches that are staying that already drafted. So, I mean, now you get 13, 14 guys that should be studs. And then you get, the rest is who did you keep? I'm sure your fourth line wants to be hungry.
I saw Sasha Boyver. He was a BU guy, right? And he kind of was like a healthy scratch at the end. He scored his first NHL goal So he looked fine with the Blackhawks so far. So I'm
He was
wondering,
one person that was questioned by, I think it was the Boston Globe. It was one of the big local papers around here. They're like, hey, why were you healthy scratch? It's like, oh, I was late to a team meeting. He's like, well, what are you going to do? He's like, I don't know. I was kind of drinking with my girl. I'm like, I don't think that's, it was an honest answer, but it wasn't the appropriate answer. So like, he was one of those guys like, I'm going to the league. I don't care. So caught me by surprise seeing those responses coming out of that locker room, but it makes sense why they sucked.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. All right. I can't find the Golden Gopher stuff. Sorry, I really wasn't prepared for that at all. I'm ready for Vegas, bro. It fucking snowed here today.
Same here.
It melted. It's already in the 40s, but I'm just fucking ready for Vegas. All right. I should have had Miggs, the Vegas Insider. I had his number. I should have had him on for this episode, but I thought about it too late. We should have done all this coordination last week, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Illinois would make sense, Avi, to be D1. Like, they have a ton of hockey guys from that area, from Missouri, Illinois. I don't understand. Chicago Blackhawks, they haven't been good in the last 20 years. I mean, they only won 3 Stanley Cups. All that does is breed youth hockey. So, all these kids are like, oh, I want to play this sport. So, yeah, I don't get it, man. Hopefully some of these Mercyhurst and stuff die and some of these other bigger programs add. And it's simple. They can add a men and a women's team if they got the Title 9 issue. So you just add both. I know it's expensive. Okay, well, figure it out.
So the University of Illinois is not worried about money.
Iowa neither. So yeah. Anyway, okay, let's get into your let's just get right into your picks. So Wisconsin versus North Dakota. Go ahead, man. Go right into
North Dakota head coach. It's his first year, first Frozen Four.
You want me to read what you wrote?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, because you got this all. So Dane Jackson's first year as a head coach, North Dakota's first Frozen Four. James Pandolfo, BU head coach, took him 3 tries to win his first Frozen Four game. Leading scorers, Ellis Rickwood, number 29, Cole Reshny, number 17, Ben Stryden, number 21, and Will Zellers, number 9. Goalie, Janspur, 1-9, 6 shutouts, 542 saves on the year, 7-6 against top 16. Mike Hastings, third year in Wisconsin, took Minnesota State to multiple Frozen Fours. Leading scorer, Gavin Morrissey, Quinn Finley, Christian Fitzgerald. Goalie, Daniel Hauser, 2.566 goals against, 3 shutouts, 647 saves. 8-7-2 against top 16 teams. I like Wisconsin in this game. I'm going to guess that you are going to, we'll talk about your bets. Okay, now let's just jump right into Denver and Michigan, just how you have it rotated. David Carl, the greatest hockey coach in the last 20 years, in my opinion. I think your opinion is everybody else's opinion. Denver is the most decorated program. Yep. We have 10 national championships. We have 33 national championships at this Frozen Four. It's going to be awesome, dude. Just a fandom that will show up for Nodak, for Michigan, and Michigan winning the basketball championship. Oh my God. I was trying to convince Portnoy to come. I was like, you better show up to the Frozen Four, dude.
Good.
Anyway, Eric Polkamp, Sam Harris, Rieger Lorenz, James Reeder, Clark Caswell, and goalie Johnny Hicks won 2 goals against, 3 shutouts. I think Hicks is another guy that transferred. 414 saves on the year, 9-3 against top 16. Brandon Nagato, third consecutive Frozen Four. Michigan wasn't there last year.
Like what? No, it's his. I'm sorry, it's his third Frozen Four, not third consecutive. My fault there.
Yeah. Leading scorers, TJ Hughes, Michael Hage. I heard Michael Hage is a little banged up, though. Jaden Perron, Will Horcroft. I remember his dad playing big time. Nick Moldenhauser, goalie Jack Ivan Kovic, 2-3-2 213 goals against, 3 shutouts, 852 saves. He sees a lot of shots. 12-6 against the top 16 though. The portal opens up on the 13th, so that's like as we're probably coming home, and closes on the 27th. You are 85-52, up 37.35 units on the year. Your game lines: Wisconsin plus 154, North Dakota minus 200 or minus 1.5 plus 124, Denver plus 110 money line, or Michigan minus 140 or minus 1.5 plus 170. All my picks, all Big Ten final. You have Wisconsin,
Yep.
plus 1.5, minus 160, Michigan money line minus 140, parlay plus 178. You have Wisconsin and Michigan in the final. That is what I like. That is what I hope we get. Who do you have winning the national championship?
That's the part that kind of trips me up. So
Your heart says was Michigan.
does all those shots. The problem is, like, I look at Ivan, and we need to remember he missed 6 games because of injury, so he could be honestly over 1,000 saves. And I look at that number, 1,000 saves. That's a lot of saves.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about him seeing a lot of shots.
But I'm just concerned eventually one goes in. Like they, you know, and I would like to say the problem is I want to say Michigan. They've been the best team all year, and the part I conflict myself with is I'm a fan, and I try to separate the analyst in me from the fan in me. I do believe it's Michigan, even if they play North Dakota. I do believe it's Michigan. I'll wind it back. Choosing Wisconsin the first game. I'm taking the coach with the most experience. You want to, I think on paper, I think North Dakota is a better team, but I do like coaching and then having you take a team like Minnesota State that you're not getting the big sexy names going to Minnesota State. And he did it a couple times, taking them to the chip. They lost, but they made it there a few times.
Yeah.
I think that. And,
I think Mike Hastings is a hell of a coach. I don't think this is a slight, by the way, Super Irish. I don't think this is a slight on Dane Jackson. I just think it was in his notes. I don't think it's a theory. We think very highly of BU and Jay Pandolfo, who has not won a national championship at BU yet, right?
Not yet.
So, the Hockey East pressure is on. I think it's going to be harder for the Hockey East to compete with these Big Ten schools that have money to burn, like Michigan. Like Michigan is a power. Look what they did in basketball this year. So, look, it's unfortunate that we have such great matchups, but Wisconsin and North Dakota, did they play each other this year?
No, and that's what I mean. These teams haven't played against each other this year. Yeah. I do want to be clear. I'm not slighting any coaches. I'm just highlighting experience. I was someone that was critical of North Dakota's previous coach. I was on him. I said the team was too good. They need a new
guy. You were with us last year's Super Irish, and we were kind of on the thing that the coach there probably was going to get fired, and we were correct. I think Dane Jackson's done a great job. Look, I think we have arguably the 4 best teams in college hockey. I think if Michigan State had gotten their shit together, because look what Parker Martone is doing in the NHL right now. It's really unfortunate that he's not there. I'm really, so there's no comparison to draw. The last time he played Wisconsin was 1982. None of those players are there. It doesn't mean anything. Those previous records, that shit's all bullshit anyway. It means nothing. I want to know what the players there are going to do. Now, look, we agree. North Dakota has the best facilities in the country. I don't think it's close. I think they are better than 95% of the NHL. They have the nicest college arena. There's no question. They probably have the most rabid fan base. You can go to any Frozen Four and there'll be a luxury box, regardless of who's playing, filled with Nodak fans. And they all wear the Sioux jerseys. So they've all been there. It's going to be great. I expect these to be close, low scoring games. I liked Avi said he liked the over.
I'll say this. I think both games are going to come down to like one of these. It's a 3-2 game. And the score is going to show it like 7-2 because you keep pulling the goal and it's just empty netter after empty netter. And I'm like, all right, the score isn't reflecting,
Yeah.
how close it was. I think it's going to come down to that. But
No, we're not talking about barn size. We're talking about fan base. Like, Nodak's up there. Wisconsin is up there too, man. They're great fans across the board. They're great basketball, football. They got it all. Division I. And they have a great hockey tradition there. And their women's team is unbelievable. They just won back-to-back championships. And of course, they got Mark Johnson coaching them. So anyway, I'm so excited. Like, my heart wants Wisconsin because of how they came back and beat Michigan State and totally fragged my bracket. But I had Michigan winning it all. So they got to beat somebody. And look, if Michigan beats Denver, it's going to be real hard. So it's going to be great. I'm very excited. Mike, anything else you want to talk about? Because this is going to be a short show tonight.
yeah, I'll say this I'll touch on like the Michigan Denver game real quick. I know I just said coaching is going to be the reason I choose Wisconsin. I think I apologize, I butchered that guy's name. The head of Naruto, yeah. I think he's good enough to counter the greatness of Mr. Carl over there at Denver. And then I think Michigan has more firepower, just straight up. And I'm not bashing Denver at all. 9-3 against the top 16 is no joke. But then you look at Michigan, they had 18 games, like 12-6 against the top 16. It's a lot of games. It's a 30-year season you've played against someone that's in this championship. And I did include the first 2 rounds in there. So if you want to adjust, go right ahead and adjust. But I think this Michigan team's been through too much. I was critical of Duke in the Albany for his ankle. He took 2 days off when he came home. He's fine. Hage is a little banged up, and I'm sure not everyone at Denver is 100% either. So this is, I'm excited. I do fear part of my fandom may have influenced my pick. I'll say that, but Michigan's been number 1 all year. I thought they'd make the tournament this year. They wouldn't go this far. I thought they'd be, an 11 or a 12. Pretty stoked to see them as a 1. Yeah, that's guys, I apologize. I got to be up in a few hours, but that's what I'm taking. It's an all Big Ten final. I'm taking the +1.5 on Wisconsin in fear of that game goes to overtime and like my wallet can say, yay, I won. But
I love, I highlighted the comment from our friend Super Irish. I'd rather Michigan win than Denver.
I like that guy. He's like a good dude.
Yeah, funny stuff. Yeah, man, I'm very excited. I'm super excited. I got to get you to get me the tickets. Can you digitally send me the tickets, or how do we do that?
Yes, game day. You'll get a text.
Okay, I have game day. All right.
No, on all game day Thursday.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you very much. We will do a post national championship like video that I'll put out with the wifey and Mike with the wifey behind the camera like we did. We'll find a spot. I'm going to look for Mike McMahon. I'm going to try to find the usuals that I find in the bars late at night. The Chicklets game notes guys are going to be there. Colby, Matty Merles, and your high school partner there, Mike Fennell. So hopefully we get to see those guys. They're doing an event at 6 p.m. at what did I say? What did I say that was?
Barn something.
Tom's Watch Bar, 3790 Las Vegas Boulevard, South Las Vegas. That is at 6 p.m. on Friday. That's in between the games. I know also, are you going to go to the Hobie Baker this year? You're going to go to the
I'm going to try.
I'm not going. I'm not even going to try to go. I'm going to spend all my time when I'm not watching the games, sitting poolside and getting hammered. All right. That is the goal. So, all right.
Vegas for a reason, man.
Avi, thanks for being our mod for this year. And we're going to be back next season. So we'll see you guys in the fall. And remember, Mike was up. What was your total? What were you up on units wise?
37 and 0.3.
That's pretty good, man. So if you started with $100, you're up $3,700. Pretty darn good, man. I stand by our record, man. I'm pretty sure there ain't a college hockey show that's gambling that successfully. It's all because of Degenerate Bostonian. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your support. Retweet, follow, share, like, share with people that you know that are other degenerate hockey fans. And next year, we're going to do a better job of getting some more guests on and all that. So I appreciate you guys. What I need to do is just hire a producer so I don't have to do this shit myself, and I can just host and Mike can bring his gambling picks. And we call it good. All right. Let's see how we can do it. All right, man. See you guys. Love you. Talk to you later. We'll see y'all.
Have a good night.
Yep.